Guys, it's video week. Video week, video day. It's Wednesday. Um, Guys, it's been a week. I really wanted to dedicate more time to this, but I think because of how important I think this book is for this month, I want to introduce it this week. This being the first week as part of our Dabble Book Club. Those of you that would like to read along with me, this is a book that I've actually just finished. It's called The Power of Starting Something Stupid by Richie Norton. Um, right from the get go, it's a super emotional book. He talks about family tragedy that his wife's family experienced, and then they in his immediate family experienced, and it's really driven not only who he is as a person, but also what he expects from life, what he dedicates his time to. I had the pleasure this week of sitting into um, how would I phrase it? It was a seminar. It was held for an entire day, 8 hours, with a couple of breaks in the middle, um, with a gentleman from Next Gear Solutions. Um, of course, right when I'm on the spot, I don't remember his name, um, but it's really all encompassing what he taught all of us that were in attendance. Really went hand in hand with this book that I've just finished. Right on the cover, it's How to Crush Fear, Make Dreams Happen, and Live Without Regret. And I mentioned in my last video kind of the purpose behind uh, me wanting to start a YouTube video was helping me overcome some of these fears. And I had the idea for a channel for I don't know, the better part of 6 months. I was driving across the country from northern Utah to the Gulf of Mexico, Naples and Tampa there in Florida, and then from the west coast on the Gulf to the east coast of Fort Lauderdale to meet up with my family for a vacation. Um, and and again, I had that idea, and I'd hemmed and hawed about it for, like I said, about 6 months. And in reading this book, it really put it over the top for me. Um, a little bit of a backstory as to how I came in contact with this book. Um, I'm I was until about a month ago, for the better part of 5 years, part of a group of business owners, fellow entrepreneurs that met together each week. And the purpose of these meetings was to help each other become better promoters of each other's businesses, uh, teaching the other members of the group about who we are, what we do, why we do what we do. And there's a gentleman in that group. His name's Jerem Stone. He lives in Kaysville, Utah, and he's had a very accomplished career. And in one of his presentations, everybody gets an opportunity to speak for 8 to 10 minutes about their business. Uh, he talked about what he does, and he's a business coach for entrepreneurs and businesses that have already experienced success and don't know how to navigate to the next steps in being even more successful. Um, and he had recommended this book in this presentation, I'd say nearly a year ago, and I purchased it right then, and I left it on my shelf collecting dust. Um, and in my personal life and in my professional life, I'm in the middle of processing from owning my own business to um, basically transitioning away from owning my own business and staying within the industry, um, that I've been in for, the better part of 6 years at this point, nearly 7 years actually, and and really just taking my skill set and working with a more established company, um, and so more to come on that. And again, this book really has helped me do that, helped me feel more comfortable about the decision that I was making to close down my business, to step back into an employee rather than an entrepreneurial employer role. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's been fantastic. It talks about how to overcome fears, how to uh, really put down self talk, self deprecating talk. I'll even say, and really putting a name to that. The other thing that I learned this week was, again from this seminar, something that really stuck out to me is this. It's really a shift in culture, specifically within American culture, that whenever you ask anybody, friend, family member, coworker, somebody that is just an acquaintance, you ask them what they've been doing, and the first answer is, "Oh, I've been so busy." What does that even mean? At this point, has it? I know for me, it's been a crutch, in an easy way to basically put a pin in that conversation and move on to something else. It's been kind of, for lack of a better word, a cop out for me. Whenever anybody has asked me, what have you been doing? Oh, I've been so busy. And the thing that I learned, the thing that really stuck out to me, is that being busy doesn't mean that you're being accomplished. Um, and so that's something that I've taken to heart, and I wanted to share with you all, that we all need to make a conscious effort to not necessarily just be busy, but be moving, progressing, having a purpose, having goals. Um, so we're not just busy for being busy's sake. Um, so yeah, more to come. The second Wednesday of every month, I will talk and share some specifics about either a book or a movie, podcast, even a docuseries or documentary that I've recently introduced into my life, and will introduce what I'll be looking at the upcoming month. Um, so I really think that we should start here. The Power of Starting Something Stupid by Richie Norton. It'll be backwards, but this is what the cover looks like. A foreword has been written by Stephen R. Covey. Those that are familiar with Franklin Covey, he is the Covey portion of that business. I remember back in the day, the rage before smartphones were these Franklin Covey day planners, and everybody who is anybody, at least from my perspective, had one, or wanted to have one, so that they could better organize their lives. It's a fantastic forward. And yeah, definitely check it out. More to come. We'll speak about it soon. Everybody have a great week, and we will catch up with you next week. Um, yeah, more to come. Thank you guys. Let's dabble together.